I'm with Executive Chef Brian Seto, and we are in a commercial kitchen, but this is a very different place. This is Legacy Emanuel and Randall Children's Hospital. And right now, Chef Brian is going to show us the importance of cooking a meal or cooking a dessert when you have specific needs in mind, and you have to do that a lot.
Absolutely. We cover 7 patient diets. We do thousands of patient meals a day. And so it's really important that we give our customers or our patients food that's fresh, accurate in diet, and tasty.
And this next week is Diabetes Awareness Week, and so that's why Brian is going to show us a dessert that's diabetic friendly, and it's a Pumpkin Bavarian. I'm very anxious to hear what's in this.
Oh, we have the warm and comfortable spices such as allspice, cinnamon, nutmeg, pure vanilla extract, real maple syrup, grade B from Vermont, light brown sugar, canned pumpkin, soft tofu, and Coco Lopez, which is a mixture that you would find in a pina colada.
So it's coconut?
Yes, it's coconut-based from South America.
So this isn't sugar-free?
No, but it has less sugar than a traditional piece of pumpkin pie.
Okay.
So it's a lot more, it has reduced fat, sodium.
Less calories?
Yes, and way less calories. We also have 2 last ingredients. We have vanilla soy milk and agar.
And that gives it a texture?
Yes, it'll make it take the place of gelatin.
Okay, sounds great. We're going to let you get busy.
Thank you.
And in the meantime, we are going to talk to Julia Handkling, and she is a registered dietitian as well as a diabetes educator. Now, we all have heard that diabetes is on the rise. What can Oregonians do to keep themselves from being part of that group?
Well, there's several things that can be done, and all of them are available to anyone. There's no cost to it. The first thing would be to get a good night's sleep. I think it's really the basis of everything. The second would be to stay active and keep moving. Let your muscles get some air in them. The third would be to eat breakfast, and hopefully with something with protein and some fiber. And the fourth, I would say, is to get acquainted with your produce section. Understand where the fruits and vegetables are, and call the vegetables by their first name. Cook them in many different forms, have them raw, eat the ones you like.
Nothing too hard, nothing too difficult that we can't do to keep ourselves from being in the situation. But there are a lot of people who have big diagnoses, diabetics. So this, as I said, is a national as well as specific Diabetes Awareness Week.
Yes.
There are a lot of different activities going on this week. Can you tell us about them?
Sure. The first is just to kick off with the Circle in the Court, which will happen at the Rose Quarter. And both Dominique Wilkins and Chris Dudley will be present, and there will be free health screenings, there will be diabetes talks, a lot of samples, and it should be a really wonderful event. It's both for children and for adults.
And it's free?
And it's completely free, even parking. So this is good.
That's awesome.
There's also an event at Lloyd Center on Tuesday evening that will be with Chris Smith, who's a diabetic chef, talking about tips for healthy living for the whole family.
Great.
There's some events throughout the week, and if you'd like to know more, I would recommend going to the Chris Dudley website, just chrisdudley.org.
chrisdudley.org. All right, thank you so much, Julia. We are going to check in with Chef Brian and see what he's cooking up and get that final result. So the soy milk, you said there's something a little bit different when you're using soy milk.
When you're using soy milk and working with agar flakes or powder, there's an enzyme in the soy that prohibits it from dissolving, and that's why in our recipe it takes 20 minutes or so as a pre-process so that you can have a nice ungranular finished product.
A silky product.
Yes.
Okay, so you whirl that around first.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to whirl this, and then I'll scrape it down, and then we'll add the combination of all our other ingredients.
There go the rest of the ingredients. And we should add that this is gluten-free.
Yes, gluten-free.
As well as vegan. All right, it's all finished.
Yes, it's completed. It's
all right.
Ready to be portioned.
And Chef Brian is going to dish that out. And tell me about this beautiful plate.
Is our low-fat, low-sodium turkey meal that we do every day. 393 calories, 40 grams of carbs.
Awesome. And that is not just for Thanksgiving.
No, we do that
That's
each and every day. It's a wonderful meal.
Thank you, Chef Brian. I appreciate that. Now, Julia, this is a vegan,
Vegan and gluten-free.
gluten-free.
It's basically a pumpkin pie without the crust.
Right.
And the portions make a big difference. Sometimes if you have smaller amounts, then even if it's a rich food, you can still enjoy it without having it impact your health.
Portion size is
Portion's
very
important.
important. And these are the kinds of tips that can help people who do have diabetes.
Yes, or even preventing diabetes, since the treatment is the same as the prevention. There's roughly 300,000 Oregonians who have diabetes. Most of those are going to have type 2 diabetes. And basically a third of those people don't know they have it. In addition, there's 600,000 people who have pre-diabetes, meaning they're well on their way unless there's changes in their health.
And that's where you come in.
And that's where we come in, yes.
Exactly, to help them change some of their habits and their diet, of course.
Yes, and to be more aware of how important it is just to feel good. So I think if the foods can help them feel good now and stay healthy in the future, then we're on the right track.
All right, let's taste it.
All right.
Pumpkin pie without the crust.
Correct.
That's
This is really
delicious. Thank you, Chef Brian. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Julia. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Julie.